sweet victory 5 times in the world of ICC ODI World Cups. So, when we talk about, and that killer instinct that we've seen from Australia in the past couple of games, really puts them in a position where they can give competition to India.
100%. I think most certainly the way that Australia came back into this tournament actually makes them to be deserving in the finals. And most importantly, all aspects regarding India's, we just wanted to see a weakness in any of the departments in the Indian team, but we just couldn't. And we were probably waiting, okay, this is going to be that point. Okay, so now they're down to they're more out, so probably the game is just going to be on the losing end for India's side, but they made a comeback. The middle order proved to be a good, department as well. So, like I said, the failures were overcame with, contingency plan and just how beautiful the team that has, created over the period of a very long time, and that system has actually worked. But besides all of that, besides all of, the modern cricket coming in, I was actually, having a blast from the past in the match that we saw yesterday. It was just like the other World Cup games. How the low scoring totals. Ahmed, what do you think? Kind of reminded you of the old World Cup days?
Yeah, I think South Africa, deja vu all over again for them, unfortunately. But obviously, Australia, I think the first 6 overs that they batted really defined the game for them.
Fair enough. That's the modern cricket for you guys. And understanding how South Africa got back themselves into the game after the first wicket of Warner fell, and that team morale just eventually shifted. They wanted that World Cup, even though they knew that it's far gone. And the score is pretty much 40-50 off course. I believe personally, if they had 40-50 more runs, this game could have been on the other side. Probably South Africa would have taken it. But essentially, the way that Australia has been playing, firstly, they're on a winning momentum back-to-back. So, and the winning mentality just keeps you with it. South Africa, on the other hand, they lost to India, so they're not as much, on a winning mentality, and they should have been. And especially after the Afghanistan match, I mean, sure, Afghanistan played wonderful cricket, but the way that Afghanistan was given those chances and those mistakes were made by the South African team kind of really showed that they're going to be weak against Australia. My bet was on South Africa to win, not in the money monetization bet, but just saying, I was thinking that the South Africa team is going to win again, given that they've defeated Australia numerous times, so they know their weaknesses. But guess what? Australia came up and actually had covered up those contingencies and then compensated for those mistakes, and they came back as a better side. So, yeah, I mean, final is going to be great. 2 of the mightiest, the best teams in the World Cup right now are going to face, and that is how it should have been. There's no surprises, no element of course of nature, just pure great cricket.
Absolutely.